Trilogy. Merry Christmas. I am visualizing a new beginning, a better beginning, and I am rewiring for safety, love, and trust from early childhood. Join me on a journey to self-healing. It is Christmas Day, and I wake up and I run to the dining area where the Christmas tree is at, and I see all the presents under the tree. And I see an ornament on the floor, and I pick it up and I hang it on the tree. And I smile. I have this feeling of belonging, and I smile and I laugh, and I feel nurtured in my heart. I feel this warm love come over me, tender embrace. And I know that I am loved, I am safe, and I can trust the world around me. And I am nurtured by my mother. I am nurtured. This is a brain retraining. Trilogy for rewiring into safety, love, and trust. What I didn't have as a child, I can allow my true self, my higher self, to come into alignment with this frequency. As I do this attunement, and I am rewiring for safety, for my childhood innocence. I am rewiring for trust and love. It is Christmas Day, and I am a child eager to celebrate the season, the spirit, the state of being that is Christmas, that I like to call love. Christmas is a state of love. It's not about the gifts that we receive externally. It's about the gifts that we receive internally that allow us to make space and room for receiving the external. My aligned values, my living words are happy, joyful, peaceful, tender, nourishing, kind, and laughter, love, and warmth. I included the pictures for those who have a hard time visualizing. I feel that it is important to rebuild our childhood, to go back and heal all those wounds from a place of emotions, having no allegiance to the stories anymore, just honoring the emotions that are there, working with the subconscious to release the hurt, the pain, the violence, the betrayal, the distrust. whatever it is. We grew up around the dysfunction, everything that was in plain sight that we could see as a child, but we were never allowed to express. We were never allowed to say anything for the mere reason of being afraid. We had already been indoctrinated that if we said anything, we would get beat. We had already been indoctrinated that if we used our voices, something bad would happen to us. And if this happened from early childhood and on, because I'm speaking personally from my experience, then it is time to heal those lies, those beliefs that no longer serve us. We throw them out. We release them, we let the old go, and we bring in the new. That we are worthy simply because we exist, not because we have anything to give. And in this existing and feeling worthiness, we are able to give the best of ourselves without any guilt, without any fear, without any obligation, simply because we live in alignment with who we are. We follow our heart. I come into a place of heart presence, and I focus on my breath. I imagine this golden ball of light emanating from my heart, getting bigger and bigger, exploding throughout my whole body. As I feel connected and grounded from the top of my head down into my heart, from the bottom of my feet up into my heart, I can feel the golden ball of light connected all the way to the center of the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and all the way to the top to Central Sun, Source Energy, Father, Mother Energy, Father, Mother Intelligence, Father, Mother God. Whatever it is to you, there is no need to label and give it a separation. It simply is unity, one, wholeness. And I feel grounded from the top to the bottom. And it's Christmas morning. And I am running downstairs because we live in this little cabin house. And it's not a big downstairs, it's just a few steps. But I feel happy and excited knowing that I can come down. And as I look down from the top of the little stairs I'm on, I see the beautiful Christmas tree lit with lights and ornaments and all kinds of beautiful goodies on the tree. And I smile. And I run down and I grab one of the goodies, and it's a cookie on a string. And I know that my mother has put that there special for me, because she does this for me every year, and she labels it with "You are my greatest joy." And I feel nurtured. I feel tender and warm as I begin to munch into this cookie. This beautiful cookie. a glass of water that's on the side, and I drink the water with the cookie, and I notice a special gift that says, open me now to the greatest joy of my life. And I smile and I get the gift, and with anticipation and so much happiness and joyfulness in my heart, as I vibrate in alignment with this frequency, I laugh to myself and I tear open the gift, and I open the box, and I see this beautiful pillow heart, and it has my name on it. And I bring that heart into my body's proximity, and I hug it. And then I look at it more closely, and I notice that this heart has a smile in the corner. The heart is red and pink and blue and teal, full of vibrant colors, with my beautiful name in the middle, Sylvia Sanaya. Sylvia Sanaya. And I feel so much love in my heart for having received such a special gift that makes me feel like one of a kind, and it makes me feel safe, that I can trust in the adults around me, that I can love this external gift because I love myself, that I can feel safe, because I am being cared for, and I feel that I am in alignment with the frequency of my core values, this innocence of a child who has grown up in a healthy environment, and she knows that she is safe for the rest of her life. She knows that she can trust people, and that she will always be loved, and that it all comes from herself first. It all comes from within. And she feels so good in this moment. I feel so good in this moment, holding that heart to my heart, and I'm hugging it and I'm embracing it. And then I jump up because I hear a knock on the door, and I run to the front door, and I see my friends who came to wish me a happy day. And we all laugh and giggle, and I show them my heart, and they show me their special gift. And we put them in a corner, we line them up. I grab my jacket, my shoes, and we run outside to play. And we don't think about the neighborhood. We don't think about the grown-ups. We are in community with each other. And we go and we begin to make a snowman. And then someone throws the first snowball. And before we know it, we are engaged in a fun, free snowball fight. And it's the best feeling in the world. And we laugh so hard we forget that we've been out there for an hour, and now we realize we're cold. We huddle together, we give each other a hug, we laugh, we smile, we go back to the house, the cabin house, and everyone grabs their special gift. And I grab mine, and we run to the tree, and we sit there. And then, out of nowhere, my mother appears. And she has a plate full of cookies for all of my friends. And we sit in a circle, and she puts the cookies in the middle on the floor. Everyone takes a cookie, and she brings some water for everyone to drink. And someone says, I want cocoa. Do you have any hot chocolate? So she goes and makes us some hot chocolate and comes back, puts it where everyone gets one, and sits by me. She wraps her arm around me. She hugs me and nourishes me. And I do the same back, and I feel safe with her. And I smile, and she smiles at me. And we hug each other, we embrace in this love. And I feel nurtured. I am nurtured, and I am safe. And I can feel the innocence that I am. And when life wants to take me down the path and take me back to the old illusions, to the old stories, full of pain, full of hurt, full of neglect, full of all kinds of abuse, every kind of abuse. When life wants to take me back there, I remind myself that I am an adult now, and I live for my true self, and my true self knows that those stories are long gone in the past, and I don't live from that place anymore. I've done years of work to heal this inner child, to heal this inner mothering, and that is no longer in alignment with my frequency. And I can easily let it go. I can easily change back to the very present moment that I am in, where I have learned to live and love, trust and safety, simply because I am here. I am in this body. I am imperturbable, indestructible. I am the strongest person I know. And I made it through so many experiences that have shown me that I am the hero in my life. The strength that comes from within has been built through rewiring into safety, into love, and into trust, and creating this adult main personality who's now realizes her true self is infinite. I am infinite. I am amazing. I am happy. I am loving. I am kind. And I don't use spirituality to gaslight my experiences. And I don't use spirituality or toxic positivity to cover up the fact that life was hard at one point and it's not anymore. Life is easy now. Life is full of joy, full of laughter, full of family. And I am here in the present moment, living life with my husband. And we wake up every morning with appreciation for this newfound balance, coherence in my heart that comes through love and light, because that is who I am. I am love and light. I am strong. I am safe. I am here in this body. I have returned home to this body, and I did it through hard work. I did it through acknowledging my emotions and processing the emotions and leaving the stories behind. I did it by leaving the dysfunction, by being where I am and being in a place of innate okayness. I am okay. I am well. With a smile on my face and a heart filled with nurturing for this innocent child. I embrace her here in the present moment, and I give her what she didn't have back then. I give her a voice, and I am free to speak my truth. I don't have to hide it anymore. And I don't have to pretend that my story is a bullshit story. I just don't have to have allegiance with it. I don't have to ignore that I went through a lot of pain. I just don't have to have allegiance with it anymore. Because when I have allegiance to it, it brings up things that are not true. It brings up the lies. And only when I can distinguish those lies with my loving water tears do I heal, do I change them. The lie that I was never good enough and I deserve to be beat and abused, that is a lie that I distinguished with love. And I let that emotion come into the forefront to be integrated with the rest of who I am. And little by little, parts of me began to show up. The anger showed up. The hurt showed up. The helplessness showed up. The not being loved showed up. The not being supported showed up. And I began to do all of this for myself. I began to open up my heart to me and create the most abundant of self-love. And I began to heal bit by bit, year by year, month by month, day by day. I began to heal all of this pain, all of these wounds. And one day I woke up to this new personality that no longer was greeted by the past. This new personality that I had sown seeds for years ago started to sprout, and it started to grow, and it started to transform like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon, ready to emerge into the world with all this new knowledge that it now has, that it didn't have back then. This knowledge that I can do anything when I focus on it, when I grab the right tools, when I heal in an aligned values way, when I heal and I rewire back into me through my values, through who I truly am. And before I knew it, I created this new personal reality. And I studied Joe Dispenza for decades. And I found Dr. Catherine King. And I found the Healing Code by Alexander, the Trilogy Code. And I continued with the Course in Miracles. And I picked my favorite scriptures from the Bible, having no allegiance to anything, but taking what supported my journey and leaving what didn't. I became strong. I became this imperturbable golden ship that I learned that I was not the storm. I was not the waves, but I was this golden ship full of strength, vitality, no longer living in a Pollyanna world of fantasy, but learning the great power of visualization and rewiring into something better, and learning that I am better, I am safer and better through doing the work and healing the aspects of me little by little, bit by bit, in the amount that my body could handle, until I bloomed where I was planted, and my love and light shone so powerfully around those all around me, within myself, and I began to change the world around me simply by changing myself. And then I began to change others simply by changing myself. Then I began to change on an even greater capacity of healing so many people through the message that I have to give. They healed themselves. The message of healing. People healed themselves because I learned how to heal me. From this present moment, I was able to change and heal the past, feeling into the emotions, giving up any allegiance to those lower frequency, simply by doing the work and creating my new personal reality. And now I observe the world, and I am kind, and I embrace who I am, and I feel calm and balanced in every situation, that I am aligned with my core values, that I am being my true self, that I am living and creating and no longer fixing, but trusting that everything is always for my good, and it always works itself out when I am in alignment with my true self. I am so proud of me. I'm so proud of you, Sylvia, Sanaya, for doing this work. You are amazing. You are incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is that this little girl smiles again. The biggest smiles you've ever seen. She shows her teeth, and she feels laughter and love in her heart, living her true self, no longer hiding behind her experiences, but letting them guide her to be a catalyst for other people to heal, letting it guide her to remember that she does not have to be a part of the dysfunction. That is a choice, but not from a place of judgment, from a place of having compassion for those who don't know any better, who haven't realized their true potential, who haven't realized the harm that these things do to their bodies, from a place of love and allowing everyone to just live their lives however they choose. And knowing that when it's their time to awaken, they will. And it may be in this lifetime, and it may not be in this lifetime. I can let it go, and I can just trust that I am in charge of me, that I am in charge of this person that is speaking right now. I cannot change anyone, but I have been a catalyst for healing our ancestral lineage. And because of that, I know that the next generation will be better, will do better, will know better, will not put up with such abuses. They will stand up for truth. They will stand up when the whole world around them tells them not to. They will speak the truth regardless of who can hear it or not. And it will always come from a place of love and compassion for the abusers. And a place of forgiveness, because when you heal, forgiveness just happens. It doesn't always happen right away. And it may not happen 5 years down the line, but it will happen. It has no choice but to happen when you're living from your truest self, from the divine, infinite intelligence of who we are, this beautiful spark of energy, of consciousness. And when we reach this state of unity and oneness and wholeness, grudges don't exist there. Hate doesn't exist there. Hurt doesn't exist there. Love emerges, and it continues to bloom throughout your whole garden. And it's a love that has no end, has no beginning. It just always was there waiting for you to greet it, waiting for you to come home, back into your body. Because we live in this 3D world, and our mind and our etherical energies live far beyond that. But this body, it hosts us, it holds us. And if you no longer want to be in this matrix, this 3D matrix, then you have no choice but to be dead from the physical body and to go into another consciousness. But the body holds our consciousness, and I am grateful for this body and the work that I've had to do to embody it, to be it, to come back home to it, to feel everything, and to know that my body now speaks to me in gentle ways, so that I don't cross any boundaries with myself, so that I don't hurt myself, but I live in this place of true alignment with who I am. I live in this strength of what this world intended me to be, and whatever ideas I choose to create in my mind, whatever ideas, whoever I choose to follow is always in alignment with my greatest good, always in alignment with my higher self. And so it is that I am grateful for this journey, for this experience, for healing this beautiful child that only ever wanted to be loved, to be held, to be nurtured, to be supported. And now she is, and she is thriving. And I feel oneness with her. And I feel an immense amount of love and gratitude for everything she's been through. And yet, she did not sink. She did not wither. She did not die. She simply transformed. She grew. She learned. She changed. And I imagine that this body is filled with this golden light coming into her from every single section of this 360 rotational aura around her. And her heart has opened so wide that she lets in all the light and love that the world has to offer, that is in alignment with who she is. And if this energy had a symbol, it would be that beautiful symbol of the rose that her husband gives to her. The beautiful rose for the beautiful humanity. The thorny rose for the messy humanity. And watching this rose open and bud, despite all the thorns that are on it, it glistens, it shines, it rises, it creates, and it gives so much love into the world. It begins to heal and help others heal. It begins to love. It's the best feeling in the world. A mother's love holding her child. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In this appreciation, I leave you with the message that you are enough. You always were. You just forgot who you were. And now that you are coming back home to you, you are remembering who you are, and you are releasing all those old patterns, old programs that no longer serve your true self. You are embracing the emotions that have come up for healing, acknowledging, observing it, feeling into it, allowing the body to have its experience. No longer running because you feel anxious. No longer running because the feeling is so overwhelming. But you remember to stop and take a deep breath and connect with your heart. And you take as many breaths as you need, and you tell yourself, I am okay. I am okay. I am a powerful, incredible genius. And I live life for my true self. And I live life from the greatest part of me. And I shine. And I declare that I am the healthiest version of myself that I have ever been. And I feel good. I feel invincible. I feel strong, capable of anything. And I face life from this new version of myself, from this new beginning of who I am, this imperturbable golden ship that can handle the storms of life, that can handle the opposites and come back into neutrality.